Hey nerds, welcome back to a tailored collection video. Today we are going to unbox our first ever INART 1/6 scale piece. It is Severus Snape from Harry Potter. I am so excited. I unfortunately don't have any other of the Harry Potter pieces, but I am a huge fan of the Harry Potter franchise, and so this is also my favorite character for the franchise, so I am so excited to get this guy out here, do the unboxing, and pose him up a little bit, take a look at all of his super cool accessories. We're going to jump into it here right away. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I was mentioning, this is my first ever INART. I've been eyeing the other ones for quite a while, like even the Lord of the Rings and all the other Harry Potter, but considering the prices and the availability to the US, it is a little hard. But here is the black box underneath the first white shipping box that it comes in, and that was packed in another brown shipping box, which is really nice to see. They really protected this thing for shipping, which is really nice. This box here that the actual figure is in is beautiful. It's got some inlay texture detail on the front that is sort of like an archway around. It says Harry Potter on the side. It says always Severus Snape on the back with some more border detail inlay on the box itself. And Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is the main title up front. But getting it off the table, let's take a closer look. The box is beautiful. It feels really nice. You can feel all this detail, border detail. It is inlaid to the box. It is just so nice. It says INART down at the bottom with their logo, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince at the top, and then Severus Snape in the middle. That it looks sort of lenticular, but it's not. It's just like black and white sketch pretty much, and it's beautiful. It looks like the actual figure portrait and not the actor Alan Rickman, the late great Alan Rickman, I should say. So it looks like the actual figure portrait on the actual front of the box, which is really nice to see. Like I said, it looks kind of lenticular, but it's not. Let's go ahead and move on. Get this guy open. It's just a magnet clip that you can open on the side. Comes with a great assortment of instructions that you can see here. A bunch of different things that we'll go through because I'm impressed. That little package right there makes this thing feel really premium. Taking the top layer of foam off, we get to the actual body and the figure, his wand, some hands, bunch of potions, the advanced potion book as well. But let's take this layer off, go to the bottom below that, and here is just his robe. We'll get into that a little bit later as well. And then below that, everything else. Here we got the head sculpt, which you can see me struggle to get out a little bit. Everything's super nice and tight. I am blown away. Can't see it too much, and because there's a plastic part on the hair to keep it down, which is nice. But we will obviously take a look at the head sculpt in greater detail here in the video a little bit later. Then it also comes with his base, and then these are the legs to a table that's underneath that, which I am super stoked about. I've been waiting for like a 1/6 scale table and something to place things on for so long, and this is the perfect character to do it with. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, getting everything out in the light box to show you everything that he comes with. This is all of it, and most of it is on the actual table that he comes with, just to show it off in the background the whole time. I want to start off by taking a look at what comes on the front of the box, which is all the instructional things and extra little goodies that you get with them. You get this like ticket that is the figure itself on the front, and then it says Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Severus Snape, the release date of the figure as well. Just a super cool little piece. this piece that shows you, I believe, the same thing, release date of the actual figure. I could be wrong there. And then we get a silver envelope that says INART on the front. This just makes everything feel so premium. This is a little read up that you can pause if you'd like and read everything that it says here. Just a nice little informational read up of the actual figure and the character, which is just really nice to have. It's something that they didn't have to do at all, but it's a nice surprise and something that I think really steps up the unboxing experience. And then you have this nice operational guide pamphlet that's really the instructions, shows you what comes in the box, where it goes in the box as well, as you can see right there. And then it shows you, articulation of the actual body, how to place things on the body, which it doesn't show the cape or really how to plug up the head, which could have been included, even though this seems like very thought out. I don't know why they didn't include that. That's the only knock for me on this. And if you're trying to sell this thing in the future, this is basically what you needed. You can pass on the information to the next person, which is really nice to have. Something they did not have to include again. Let's go ahead and look at the base though. It comes with a metal crotch grabber with a retention screw. I'm not in love with the retention screw crotch grabber design. It is all metal, which is really nice, and it makes it feel sturdy, but getting that retention screw at the right height every time to be able to put the figure on, it's not the easiest solution, but I think I know why they didn't go with magnets in the base this time, which we'll talk about a little bit later. On the base itself, we do see Severus Snape at the front there, all in gold writing, and on the actual base, it's cobblestone flooring that is painted really nice, kind of weathered. Outer edge bottom of the base, there is a bunch of empty potion bottles, which, what a great idea. Like, I didn't even think of that as an option, but it's such a great idea. It looks tremendous. I wish they were colored and not just clear, or maybe they're like a light up base with the colored potion bottles would have been really, really cool. But like we said, there's Severus Snape in the gold writing at the front as well. And this one has a crotch grabber, no magnets in the base. Alright, and next up, why not, let's take a look at the actual head sculpt here. The most anticipated piece about this figure. Oh my gosh, it is just absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. I am truly blown away. Once we get it on the figure too and start posing it up, it's just tremendous. You also get this magnetic tool to move around the eyeballs. Sorry, the camera's gonna go out of focus a few times here, but kind of showing you just a little bit how they work. It does move both of them at the same time, which is such a time saver. This tool is amazing. I love it. That's just my first thought so far. We'll get into it in a little bit in the video and show you some eye changes pretty quickly, which is really nice. Doesn't get them perfectly every single time. We will kind of see here in a sec. I kind of right there. They're kind of looking in two different directions right there, but it is fixable. It doesn't happen too much, and if you work with it, it is so great. I love this thing right here. Hopefully they do this for every other figure coming out, and hopefully Hot Toys learns their lesson with this new piece as well. Moving on to some potion ingredients. Please forgive me, I'm not going to know everything here. I don't even know if it says exactly what these are in the instructions, but I know that like the green one's gillyweed. This one here, not too sure, but you can see that there's like little twine twigs in there, and these two look different, and there's little labels on them as well. These little details is truly amazing. So fun to have to be able to display with Severus Snape as well. And the labels, they're all different too, so it's not just a copy between each one. Gosh, it is really, really cool. Next up, though, we got some actual potions. If I can get them here to show you real quick. We got yellow, red, pink. And then we also get a black or clear, and then green, and another reddish one. So here's the green one. All the labels are different. Green plastic inside this little tube to make it look like it's liquid, and it does a really convincing job to me. There is this one, this yellow one. You can see all the labels are different between each one. That's why I kind of wanted to show you these rapid fire. But there they all are. They look tremendous. We also get this test tube and the test tube rack to go with the cauldron and the whole potion making theme, because after all, he is a potions master after all. And this thing is so cool. I love how it looks. And of course, with this, you can take out the actual cylinders with the potion ingredients and move them around. You can have Severus holding the test tubes. It's just so cool. I'm glad that they included this, because they definitely didn't have to with all the potions and potion ingredients they've already given us. This is an awesome inclusion to his accessories and to get it posed up next to the cauldron. Then next up, let's take a look at the Advanced Potions book. Holy Toledo, this thing is so cool. Looking for an actual 1-to-1 scale replica of this item for so long and can't really find a good one that I've wanted to go after. So we'll take it in 1/6 scale. We'll take it for sure. This thing is beautiful. It says Advanced Potion Making on the side, the nice cover on the front, and then last but not least, every single page is different. It also says the property of the Half-Blood Prince on the inside, but every page is printed differently, like it is in the movie. You could actually, you could kind of read it. I don't know if it's that easy to read, even with a magnifier glass, but you could sit down and make out things from the book itself, which is truly fantastic. I love this book. Next up, we got a little potion. I'm not sure what this potion is supposed to be, but we get a little potions bottle. He's got a hand that's specifically made for holding that potions bottle and like the test tubes. And then we got his wand as well. Just an all black wand with a kind of detailed handle at the bottom. It's also like a triangle handle, super comfortable. I do have his 1-to-1 scale wand as well, which is very cool. I love Severus Snape, so I had to get his wand as well. But yeah, in 1/6 scale, it looks tremendous. It looks like what it's supposed to be, most definitely. And then moving on to the actual cauldron itself, we get the cauldron, and then we get a little stand for it, which is awesome. They're both just made out of plastic, painted to look like they're metal, and it does a significantly good job. Like, the way that this is look like it's actually blacksmith. It looks like there's actually hammer imprints on the cauldron stand. It's just amazing. But just taking a look at the cauldron itself, and surprisingly, the lid does come off as well. I was not expecting it to. It also looks like it's metal from the inside, like it's just an actually used cauldron. They did not have to paint the inside of this thing. It's just wild to me, the detail that they've gone through. But it would be fun to kind of maybe even put some water in there, make it look like he's brewing something up. I don't know. Then he also comes with his cloak / robe thing. This thing is it's very hard to kind of show off in the frame here, so we will take a look at this on the actual figure here in just a little bit. Next up, though, we do have to go through his hands. Super great detail on his hands. They look maybe a little bit too old for my taste, only slightly though. It might be like the paint on it as well, like it's just super matte, not so much gloss as you would have liked to see, I think. Here is that potion holding and then a gesturing flat hand for his left side there. But the detail is really, really nice. The painting is amazing. We will show you up close here in a minute. Here's a pointing finger that you get as well. I mean, you can see that the little red shading on the knuckles too. That's part of the painting detail that I'm talking about. This thing is insane. Very, very insane. Very nice to look at. But it does lean a little bit on the older side. It seems like there's a few wrinkles too many in some spots for me personally. But getting these hands a little bit closer for you here, you can see on the knuckles especially, I mean, the wrinkling around his thumb, and then in the palm section, everything is so good. I think they went a little too heavy with the pink shading on the fingers, and it looks not the cleanest in every area. Is it terrible by any means? Not even close. These hands are tremendous. Look at all those knuckles on the back, the vein works. The way that these fingers are sculpted to look like they're not just a big glob of mess, it is really well done. The fingernails are painted matte. That's the only thing I really don't like about them at all. They're just straight matte, so it looks not as realistic. If they had some sort of shine on the fingernails, they would have looked even that much better. But overall, gosh, these hands are so detailed. It's wild. But that is everything with his accessories. Let's get him out here and take a look. Harry Potter 1/6 scale Severus Snape. Holy Toledo. I never thought I'd actually say that I have a Severus Snape. I am super glad that they have made this and have knocked it out of the park. My copy has a few things. You might already notice something right there that I'm not over the moon about, but there's, just everything about this figure, the tailoring, the head sculpt, mainly the head sculpt, it washes away the bad taste out of my mouth for a couple parts. Nothing is a deal breaker for me here. I can work with this figure. It will stay in my collection. I have no problems, but there is, a button missing out of his suit, and the head sculpt was a pain to get on. I did have to look up a video or two to see how other people were doing it, but overall, I am thrilled with this piece and this action figure. He looks amazing, and the accessories that he comes with truly set this piece as a grail for me right off the bat. I am so happy. We are going to start off here by taking a look a little bit close at the head sculpt, and then we'll move down throughout the outfit. The outfit is a little bit boring though, so that won't take too long. We'll just kind of look at the tailoring aspects, but getting you a couple different angles of the head sculpt here. This thing is so good. Every single angle, I can see that Alan Rickman likeness. There's a loose hair right there that I'm gonna get. Easy peasy. Getting the head sculpt on the body though was not super easy. Kind of had to futz around with the outfit and the hair and use some tweezers to get the hair to fall over the collar, things like that. But so I use these tweezers here and just kind of move the hair out of the way so that we can get it sitting over the collar and it's not bunching underneath there. But seriously, this head sculpt, guys, you can see it. It is truly amazing. And then we get the magnetic tool to move around the eyes as well, which is a huge game changer as far as time and speed it takes to move the eyeballs around, and you can do it while you've already put the action figure in a pose. It's so good. In my mind, there's no doubt that is Alan Rickman as Severus Snape from Harry Potter. Let's get him off his base though, and we will show you how the little magnetic tool works with this guy so you can move around the eyes. When I tell you it is so fast, it is very fast. It's really nice. So it's this little magnetic tool here, and then you can just grab the eyes pretty much and move them wherever you want them. This thing, like I've said many times already, is amazing. I love this. This needs to be a standard tool in every moving eye figure for every company going forward. Well done to INART on their part. They knocked it out of the park with this. Just right there, getting him to look to the side real quickly, even looking up like he's annoyed maybe, right there. Oh yeah, he's pissed. He is pissed at those kids for sure, but look how easy it is to move them. So easy and so fast. They don't line up every single time. I think it might favor one side that you're pulling to over the other sometimes, even looking down like he's angry and mad. Just so good. And this, like I keep saying, you can do it so quickly. You don't need to take off the head sculpt. You don't need to mess with the hair. Very, very well done. I am so happy with this. If you can't already tell by how many times I've already said it in this video. I'm looking off to the other side here. Boom. Just like that. You get so many expressions out of this one head sculpt, and so quickly. I could do this all day long just sitting here, which is it's a problem. It's really fun. But you can see also that strand of hair coming down over his eye when he's looking this way. There's that shadow that goes across his eye. That just sells the realism so much more. That shadow coming down his other side too from his other strands of hair. It's just selling the likeness to this figure even more. It's truly boggling my mind how good this is and how reliable it already is. Like I said, it's not perfect every single time, but it takes a few seconds to kind of get everything lined back up again. Just how fast you can do it is probably my favorite part, and without having to take off the head sculpt at all, we're getting tons of range. And we can move them around a little bit here just to get some more eye positions. Like I said, I could do this all day, so that's why we're seeing a little bit more of it here. But trying to see, you can see here where it's not perfect all the time, where it might want to grab one side a little bit more than the other, which makes sense. But it takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of time to get them back to right where you want them initially. So something about the head and getting it attached to the body as well. I did have to look up a video in order to be able to place it on here. I used tweezers as well, like I mentioned, very carefully, I might add. But thankfully, it is secure. There's no magnetic to actually hold it to the neck peg. That is the biggest thing. Like, it comes with one, but it wasn't even gonna fit on the connector that the body comes with. So it is connected, but there's actually no magnetic to actually keep it super secure. But it is secured on there where you can move the head around, move everything, and pose it up. You just can't pull it off, or else it comes off very, very easily. Like I mentioned with getting the figure on the turntable initially, we got a missing button here that fell off. It was basically falling off of the figure right out of the box, unfortunately. Thankfully, that button was in the little plastic baggie that the body was in right out of the box. So it is there. There's like a little hole where this press stud is supposed to fit into. It's supposed to be like glued or melted onto the back of the fabric, so it's obviously not supposed to fall off, but it did fall off. I still can put it on there and it will stay mostly. It's not perfect because it's broken, unfortunately. So that is something to be said with my copy of this figure. It didn't come perfect, unfortunately, but that is okay. I will just have to do some fixing of my own. Moving on, we're going to get a little bit of a side profile. We'll take a look at his jacket. take a look at his pants and just his overall outfit and the tailoring, the expert tailoring that it has. And there goes the button. So that's why I'm just not going to keep it on the figure. I will have to fix this later on, which I definitely will do, but we'll leave it off to the side for now. Again, taking a look at the outfit, thankfully all the little buttons on the back of his arms are all there. None of those are missing because they're a little bit smaller, and those would definitely be a lot harder to put back on. So thankfully all those are nice and secured to the outfit. His cuffs come down to past his wrists, almost to his thumbs, which is accurate to the movies. And thank goodness, because it hides those wrist pegs everywhere. His coat comes down and is wired on the bottom as well, but just the bottom, not the front edges there. But that's okay. It poses those front edges for you really well. It's a very nice thick wire to help you get the coat to pose just like you want it to. Very nice tailoring though. We'll take a look at the pants. They are buttoned. An actual 1/6 scale button there, and then the zipper part is no zipper, it's actually just Velcro. Same colored pants to his coat there. Moving on downwards, his pants also are super long and bunch up past his ankles, so therefore we won't ever see his ankle joints either. This thing is completely seamless, which is just selling the realism more and more and more. We got his boots, or dress shoes I should say, which are on some tight joints. These things are the nicest ankle joints I have ever felt. That being said, it's a little bit harder to pose them like you'd want them to. I would take sturdy ankle joints like this every day of the week over anything flimsy. I'd much rather have this. Also, the articulation is insane. You can move them side to side, up and down, all the way 180 if you wanted it to. But they got some great range of motion. The bottoms don't have any sort of tread. They're just flat because they're dress shoes. And that's partly why I think they went with crotch grabber. These things are pretty weird to get him to stand on because they like flare out towards his toes. So yeah, I understand why they went with the crotch grabber there. But overall, that is his outfit. There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's a very simple fantasy, early period style dress suit, which is really nice. It's very, very clean, very put together. Not a whole lot to look at. Thankfully though, those pockets are real. You can put his wand in there, that extra potion in there, all that stuff. One more time with the magnetic tool for the eyeballs though, just to get them looking at a different direction real quick. I just can't get enough of that thing. It's really, really nice to get expressions like this so fast. I think it makes this head sculpt the best one in my collection by far. That being said, the sculpt has to be as good as well, and it is. Every single angle, every eye position, it looks more and more like Alan Rickman. And here we're taking out his robe and trying to get that to look good. And as you can see, I'm struggling with it a little bit. It's a 1-ply piece of fabric, which will take some time and some fussing around to get this to look good. But once you do spend some time with it, it does look really good. We'll get some poses out of it in the next segment here, but I just wanted to show you what it looked like on the figure and how I tend to do this. I try to get those tabs under his arms, so we're going to lift up the arms and then pull them down and see how that works. This looks good so far. Then trash. That looks terrible. You have to yep, okay. Had to fix it again, and it takes some time to fuss around with. I struggled for a little bit, but overall, like I said, if you take your time and look at some photos, maybe some references of him wearing this in the movie, it will help you out a whole lot for sure. But here he is in all of his glory. Unfortunately, that missing button looks not too great right there, but This thing and the proportions, the head sculpt, all of its accessories is amazing. Wrapping things up, I am almost speechless. I have been waiting for this thing for a while. Ever since I saw that INART was going to make this, I had to have it. I don't have any other Harry Potter figures as of right now. I'm kind of waiting to see if they make any of the older Harry Potter and Hermione and Ron, because I think that would fit this character a little bit better. Overall, I mean, to get started in the Harry Potter 1/6 scale collecting, this is a knock out of the park. I am so happy with it. The head sculpt is probably the best head sculpt I have in my collection. Partly because of the rooted hair, partly because of the likeness, partly because of the magnetic eyeballs with the magnetic tool. It is such a great new innovation for collecting. I love the fact that I can pose the figure up, move the head around, move the arms around, do everything I need to get the body looking like it's in the right position, and then I can just grab that magnetic tool and move the eyes to wherever I want them, or to wherever looks best, and I don't need to keep taking off the head sculpt to readjust everything. It's a huge time saver. It is, like I keep saying, it's tremendous. I love it. Head sculpt by far best thing about this piece. That outfit and tailoring receives a little bit of a knockdown just because of that missing button. It's a little bit unfortunate that that's just free flown in the package, and I have to find some way to glue that back to the outfit, which is already expertly tailored. So I just don't want to ruin it, is the biggest thing. But I'm sure if I reached out to INART, they would do something about this. I just think I can fix it myself. I'm not super upset about it to where I'd need a refund or a new figure or anything like that. Another thing with this piece is getting the head on to the actual body was a little bit of a pain, but if you look up some videos, I looked up Dean Knight's video, and I guess he got some of his information from Justin's collection, which is the two videos I would go to anyway, so check those out. If you have some problems as well, they will show you in good detail how to take off the neck connector and get it onto the figure. But wrapping it up, I could not be more over the moon about this piece. It has set a precedent for Harry Potter figures to come out in the future from INART, and just INART's figures in the future as a whole. They kill it in Hot Toys. If they're not paying attention, they're gonna drop the ball pretty big in the next few years, and hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they innovate a little bit more and push the standards for figures this next year as well. But like I've said, this figure is amazing from INART. They have killed it. I am so happy I have this in the collection. I could not be more over the moon about this figure. It is amazing. I hope they make more of the older Harry Potter kids, or maybe even some other teachers, Professor McGonagall. Why not? I'm in here for it. But thank you all for tuning into this video. We will see you in the next one. Y'all take care.